Today's topics is one of those things that I really don't like doing. So, meaning I don't like talking about it and I don't like clearing it off people, but of course I do because it's part of my job. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about spiritual entities. And a lot of people are like, what exactly is that mean? So, let's start here. Have you ever felt drained, anxious, or just off, but you couldn't figure out why you were feeling this? And maybe you've had weird mood swings, like intrusive thoughts, or even just felt like, I don't know, you weren't alone. Something was watching you, or even something was on you, could I say? What if I told you that you have, or could possibly have, a spiritual entity attached to you? And what exactly is a spiritual entity? Where do they come from? And why do they attach to us? And how do we remove them? So we're going to go through this a little bit today. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to reclaim your energy and protect yourself, because unfortunately, they're real. And if you're new here, I'm Isabel Frank, spiritual intuition coach, psychic medium, and enjoy my channel. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the little bell so that you are notified and you don't miss out on more videos about spirituality, intuition, and energy work. All right, spiritual entities. Let's start with the basic. A spiritual entity is an unseen energy that latches onto your energy field. Now, not all entities are evil or malicious, and I hate using the word demons or demonic, and I'm not even going to call them that because that's not how I see them. But they are like a parasite, meaning they feed off of your energy. Some entities are just lost souls. This does not necessarily mean like a lost person that's passed and they're just like stuck. I'm not talking like that. I'm just like a lost soul. And they're kind of around in the astral planes. Others can be really low vibrational beings that attach to the human energy because they don't have direct access to source. See, they literally can't eat, breathe, and live without attaching to somebody because they can't connect to source. And that's a really big thing, that you have to have a connection to source in order for you to survive. So these entities, they thrive on fear, sadness, anxiety, and chaos. So the more that you stay in these states, in the state of mind, the stronger their hold becomes on you. That's how they work. And they feed it. So you get more upset, you get more angry, you get more sad, and you get more fear. And they really keep you from anyone that or anything that maybe could raise your vibration. And you kind of go deeper into this. And here's the thing, where do they come from? They come from different places. I'm asking spirit, are some earthbound souls? I heard, yes, some are earthbound souls who maybe haven't allowed themselves to really fully step into the light. So they're still really bruised from their trauma, unfinished business, or fear. That's kind of what I'm getting right now. I never really thought about that. Some come from lower astral realms and they're drawn to human energy like moths to a flame. That's the only way they can see the light and connect to the light. And some are actually formed out of thought. These are energies that are created off of your fear, off of the fear of the collective. They are created by repeated fear, by repeated anger, or repeated pain. These can actually take on a life fully of their own. Then, yeah, there are the demonic beings. I hate talking about them, that really thrive on controlling and feeding off human emotions. But the thing that you need to understand is they do not have direct access to the divine energy, to source energy. So they latch onto you guys as their power source and they don't want to let go. When I pull these things off of you, sometimes they have like claws, and they're just gripping so tight onto you, onto you, and I literally have to pull them off. I use my angels and my higher beings and guides, and I don't really do it. I just kind of watch them do it. But why do they attach to us in the first place? That's kind of a question. Like, why do they attach to us? How can I protect us? Like, how can you protect yourself? Entities are opportunistic. They look for people who are energetically weak. So when we dip down low and we're going through maybe grief or depression, trauma, or I hate to say addiction, these are times where they latch on. Even when we're really mad or angry, we're in a lower vibration. They're people that are just unaware of their energy, meaning they have no idea about energy work. They don't clean their energy field. And entities see this as an open door. You are a wide open individual. Like, this person doesn't know what the difference is from day and night. Like, I'm going to come in here. Or they look for people who are thriving or living in low vibrational environments. So dark places, toxic relationships, or even watching really disturbing media can trigger them or can invite them in. And they attach to us because they need to survive. They need energy to survive. And the easiest way to get it is through human emotions like fear, sadness, or even addiction. The good news is they can only stay when we allow them to stay and when they are welcome to stay. So if you are aware of this and you start raising your vibration and set energetic boundaries, they lose their grip on you. They can't raise up with us. See, they think they're high beings, but they're not. They can't raise with us. There's so much going on. I'm going to pause a second and say there's so much going on in the world that's why I talk to you guys about not feeding into the energy of fear, because these beings, it is a spiritual warfare where these beings want to rule. And if you raise your individual vibration, you raise it, they can't grip on. All right. So let's talk a little bit about how do you know when you have a spiritual entity attached to you. Here are the biggest signs. You are probably going to feel drained and exhausted all of the time, not really knowing why. Like, you sleep and you're still really tired. You might have unexplained anxiety, depression, or mood swings that don't really feel like they're yours. Really intrusive thoughts, like you're really being really negative to yourself, to others, self-sabotaging, harmful thoughts that feel out of nowhere. You're like, I don't know why I'm thinking this. I don't know who I am. This doesn't feel like me. You might actually feel watched or sensing a lot of energy around you, especially at night. You get really cold chills or you feel pressure on certain points of your body. You might start struggling with addictions, compulsive behaviors, or self-sabotage. Another one is headaches, body aches, or weird pains that doctors can't explain. I'm not necessarily going to really focus on the last one, on headaches and like weird body pains, because you can actually get this too with spiritual awakenings, but that also can be a thing. So if you're kind of experience multiple of these things that I've listed, it's possible that you probably have some kind of energetic attachment. I really sense that when people have an entity, it's more that they're moving in fear, anger, self-sabotage, compulsive behaviors, addiction. These are kind of more of the signs that I see when somebody has like an entity on him. They also, because of all of this, are really drained, anxiety, and having depressions and mood swings. So these are things that I see mostly in this job. Entities don't just drain your energy. They, like I said, they really mess with like your emotion, thoughts, and even your life path. See, if you have a really high life purpose or life path, they want to keep us stuck. They don't want you to fulfill that path, because if you raise your vibration, fulfill that path, they can't live. So they will influence your emotions, making you feel more fear, doubt, or insecurity. They can block your intuition and your spiritual connection. And they create chaos in relationships, making really small issues feel really huge. Some can even cause sleep paralysis or make your dreams really disturbing. And the worst part is, if you don't clear them, they get stronger. Look, entities need you to survive, but you don't need them. They can keep you trapped in fear, exhaustion, and doubt, but removing them isn't just about you feeling better. It's about you reclaiming your power, energy, and spiritual sovereignty. And this is what I talk about all the time. This is why I tell you guys these things, not to scare you, but for you to know, how do I claim my power? Okay. Let's get to the most important part on how to remove them, and here's what works. One is awareness. Just realizing you have an attachment weakens it. So call it out. Call it out. Don't be afraid to say, like, I think I have one. I might need to go see somebody to get energy clearing, or I might need help with this. Like, that immediately weakens it. Two, going into an energy clearing. And you can either schedule with somebody like a Reiki practitioner, an energy clearer, sound healer, whatever, or you can just close your eyes and visualize this white golden light filling your body, pushing out any dark energy. Another great way that you could do this on your own is salt baths and smudging. So take a sea salt bath. You can put sea salt, Epsom salt, Florida water, whatever you really feel called to put into that bath and setting the intentions that you're clearing your energy. Use sage, Palo Santos, or Florida water to also smudge yourself. You want to call in higher beings. So one of the best individuals, archangels that help specifically with entities is Archangel Michael. Now I work with him all the time in removing entities, and he's amazing. Like, he has this amazing sword that he just slashes them away. So ask Archangel Michael, your spirit guides, or God, divine source, to remove anything not of the highest light. And simply as that, I ask you to remove anything that's not of the highest light. That's it. Take a couple of deep breaths, imagine that beautiful light around you, and just release. Most importantly, you want to continue to always have self-empowerment. So strengthen your aura with meditation, high vibe foods, and protection affirmations. Yeah, foods. The junk food, they love junk food. Entities love junk food. The last one is definitely professional help. If it's really heavy and you find it really hard, don't be afraid to ask an energy healer if they can clear it for you. Remember, entities only stay where they are welcome, so stop giving them space in your life. So now that you kind of know the signs to remove them, you have the power to take back your energy. So stay strong, stay high vibe, and stay protected. If you need help with this, like, go check my energy clearing sessions. The link is in the description, but I want to hear, because I love hearing from you guys, comment below if you've ever felt an entity attachment and what you did to clear it. So don't forget to, again, like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.